Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. It's another final. We had one last week and we've got one this week. This time it's the Europa Conference League between Real Betis of Spain and Chelsea of London. I'm guessing that the majority of people will be wanting Real Betis to win. Let's see. This is going to be an interesting matchup. For me, the two best teams in the competition are playing tonight. I think it would have been a safe bet to suggest these two would be at this stage of the season. Chelsea are close. Oh, hang on. Ben Jacobs said Chelsea are closing in on a move for Liam Delap after positive talks. Wow. There we go. So lots of people want Liam Delap. There we go. Let me just put that in my group. Wow. So Liam Delap possibly going to this lot that are playing tonight. Let's have a look at the two teams, shall we? And I hope that you are all very, very well on an evening like this. Let me just post out. Okay, post. And we're live. Come join us. Let's listen. First of all, I'm hoping for a good game of football. It doesn't matter who's playing. I always want to see a good game of football. Let's have a look, though, shall we, at the two teams. So Real Betis, who will line up as the home team, have got Adrian in goal, Sabali, Bartra, Nathan, and Rodriguez as a back four. Fornals, Isco, and Johnny Cardoso in central midfield, who we're hearing tonight might be off to Atletico Madrid. And then a front three of Anthony, Bakambu, and Elzalzoui. I've probably butchered his name to Abdi Elzalzouli. So that is the Betis team. I'm just going to check the Betis bench. So Lo Celso, who was 50-50, he is on the bench tonight, as are players like Flores, Gonzalez, Mendy, and Rodriguez. Chelsea line up with Jorgensen in goal, Gusto, Chalaba, Badashile, and Cucurella. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez with Madueke on the right, Neto on the left, Palmer in the number 10, and Nicholas Jackson up front. Now, obviously, that might be Pedro Neto and Madueke on the other wing, but we'll see. And the Chelsea backline, the substitutes are Achampong, Adarabioyo, Amugu, Bergstrom, Colwill, Dewsbury Hall, George, Gui, James, and Kunku, Sanchez, and Sancho. So this is going to be an interesting game. And for anyone that cares, I have just ordered myself 20 chicken nuggets from McDonald's. So hopefully that doesn't offend anyone. We'll have some McDonald's chicken nuggets. I do like some nuggets. So good evening to each of you. What are we expecting today? Come on, let's get those comments going in the chat. Let's get this lively as people start to build up in here. Let's get that lively, shall we? Let's get some water. Check. Just in case that wasn't enough. Check. We've got 2 pints of water. The TV is up to date on BT Sport. The McDonald's nuggets are on their way. Let me know in the chat. Come on, people. What's the score going to be? Now, I'm going to ask people to use their head, not their heart. Otherwise, I'm guessing everyone's just going to go for Real Betis. I think this could be a 2-2 draw and going to extra time. But let's see. And by the way, smash the like button on your way in. Come on, people. Smash that little like button. That would be very generous of you. I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. I really do think this is going to be a good game. Bear with me. Nice little stadium, this. Really nice. Nice little stadium. I think you've got to make Chelsea favourites, haven't you? You've got to make Chelsea favourites. By the way, yes. Savva, is it true that Arsenal are interested in Sane? Apparently, I don't know. Listen, we know what these transfer windows are like, don't we? There's going to be noise every day. And you know what? I'm going to be there every day streaming for you so we can all talk about it. Matt said, Savva, I was blocked on the other account again for no reason. Why do your mods keep doing this? Oh, you blocked. You keep saying you're blocked, and then I keep checking, and it's not showing me that you're blocked. But I'll deal with that when I'm on the other channel, my man. But listen, I do think The problem is, Matt, you do say a lot of silly things that wind a lot of people up, don't they? Nick, if you're free, feel free to join. Feel free to join in the commentary gantry that is our own homes. There she is. Look, the Queen Ellie of Hoibergland. Big up to you. Bill has said, Bill, thank you, Daniel Levy. No more protests. Has said 2-1 to Betis. Love it, love it, love it. The banter never stops. Big up to my man out in New York, Gary Officer. Gary, next time I come to New York, you're buying the beers, my man. Said, I think 3-1 Chelsea, but I don't like it. George has gone with 1-1. Shelley, the Toffee Blue, has gone with 2-1 to Betis. Elliot said, big up Savva and all. Come on, Real Betis. I want to take the piss out of my son-in-law and his dad. As I said, my wife's family are all Chelsea. So this is going to be an interesting one. Nick, if you didn't hear, I have got the nuggets en route because whoever put them in our group, it made me want nuggets. It really, really made me want some nuggets. Let me just put this in the group if anyone wants to watch. Here you go. Share WhatsApp. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. How can Matt be blocked when he comments a highlighted by some? Yeah, listen, as I said, I kept looking and I can't see that he is blocked. So I don't know what's happening there. Definitely not 40, just the 20. And as you can see, I won't show that. That would have shown my address, wouldn't it? Can you imagine if I'd shown my address live on YouTube? Oh my days. It would have gone mad. 4 minutes away. Tom, yeah, interesting. Let's watch Cardoso. I've seen Cardoso a lot. I like him. I don't know if he's that enforcer type that we need, but I quite like him. I do quite like him as a player. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want him to be my main man, but he is a good player. And, you know, obviously tonight he's alongside two players we all know very well in Fornals and Isco, who has been a wonderful footballer throughout his career. Betis wins, says Matt. Ali Garcia says, Savva, that Nutella ice cream is too good. I could finish it in one set. Ali, how good is it? It is amazing, that Nutella ice cream. Big up to my man, Ant. How you doing, Ant? Hope you're well. Here he is, the Cookmeister. Cookie. He's going with 2-1 to Chelsea. I think 2-1 Chelsea or a 2-2 draw, but I do think Chelsea will ultimately win. However, Betis are a good team. Well, this is two good teams, isn't it? Let's be fair. This is two good teams. And both of these teams really shouldn't have been in this competition. If we're being honest, they probably should have been in the competition with us as they bring the trophy on to the pitch. Let's see who else we've got. 3-0 to Chelsea as I have them on my bet to win. Oh, wow. So if Chelsea win tonight, you win 1,689. Wow, fair play to you. That's what was the bet? Who else did you have in this bet? Matt, there is not a chance you're going to become a mod. There is not a chance you're going to become a mod. Marios, my man out in Cyprus, how are we doing? I am good, my friend. I am very, do you know what? It's long overdue for me to get back to Cyprus. Long overdue. Where are we? The teams are coming out as we speak. The teams are coming out as we speak. The referee looks a little bit like a young Dimitar Berbatov. Jack, you had your x-ray. What did you have the x-ray for, my man? Are you okay? Nothing too serious, I hope. Let me know. Yes, for the summer, I borrow my friend's X account and purely just have like 4 or 5 people that I follow. I don't post. I just follow the Romanos, the Plettenbergs, and that's all I use. Let's just see before this game starts whether or not there is any news from Romano. Schalke have activated the clause to appoint Miran Muslic as new head coach. Wow. Hull City, Cologne and Hanover were also keen on the Plymouth manager who's now due to join Schalke. Fair play to him. More on Rashford. No, this is okay. Not too much tonight. Not too much from the likes of Romano tonight. But it's all getting silly, isn't it, in the world of transfers. And we love it. Don't we love it? Isn't that what we're here for? We're all here for it. Big up, mate. Thank you very much, Sanctuary 7. with the super chat. Really appreciate that. You know how we do with the super chats and the super stickers. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Said big up, Savva. Come on, the Betis. Yeah, listen. Look, I don't have a horse in this race. I'm guessing everyone wants Betis because they hate Chelsea, but I do feel like Chelsea are going to win. I do. 12-1 for your 2-all, Savva. Had a couple of quid on that. Yeah, listen, I do feel that that's going to happen. Bear with me 1 second. Just seeing if my nuggets are in it. They're going to be coming soon. Oh God, 6. 1 second. 1 second. Come on. You know when it said it's arriving and it hasn't yet. It is coming. Can you bear with me 1 second? I will be 1 second. So sorry. Had to do it, people. Oh, I'm knackered. So I took the dogs for a walk. Here we go. Oh, I do like me some nuggets. I really, really do. So let me know, by the way, people. Let me know your score predictions if you haven't already. I know everyone hates Chelsea, but what is your score predictions going to be? Here we go. Oh, knackered. Right. Who else has got a bet on? I know some of you have told me you put a bet on. Who else has got a bet on? Let's do this. Here we go. There we go. Who else has got a bet on? Let me know. I like keeping track of people's bets. It's always good fun. The game looks like it's going to get underway very, very shortly. Very, very shortly. The players are out. They're ready to go. And let me make sure that I get my timer right. I always get this wrong, don't I? For anyone who watches this channel, you know I always get this wrong. And we're off and underway. I'm probably about 2 seconds behind, but we're okay. The timer's roughly there. Let me just match it up. Yeah, we're roughly there. We're roughly. No, we're not. That will jar me all night. That will jar me. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, so 12-1 somebody's got for 2-all. Oh, that was what that would have been. Okay, interesting. Now let's see what actually happens tonight, shall we? We do like a game of football over here, don't we, at Football Heritage TV? As I said, if you did want to come on, feel free, my brother. Feel free. And hopefully we get a good game of football. Hopefully. Right. Let's change the chair so we're a little bit more focused. Where are we? Where are we? So welcome to good evening to each and every one of you. Big up to Century 7. Very generous again. Pasta bake and hot honey bellies for me. What on earth is a hot honey belly? As Chelsea try and put some pressure on. Look, how can anyone not like nuggets? How can anyone not know nuggets? Big up to you, Seven. What is a hot bunny belly, my man? What is it? Mmm. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Which rat? Which rat are we saying see you later to? Which rat? Where are the rats? Where are the rats? Guys, really important question. What dip do you have with your nuggets at McDonald's? What is a honey belly? What is everyone talking about? It started quite frantically here. No teams really put their foot on it. The ball keeps pinging around like mad. But Betis have got some good players. Betis have got some good footballers. I do expect Chelsea to dominate, though, if I'm honest. I think for me, what I really like, I really, really do like Chelsea's midfield too. And I know that everybody had such a big deal about how much Chelsea paid for them, but I really do like that midfield too of Caicedo and Fernandes. No, you can't have tomato. You can't have tomato sauce with McDonald's nuggets. Come on, people. It's got to be barbecue. I've got barbecue and sweet and sour here. Yeah, neither team's settled here at the moment. Neither team has really settled. But both teams pressing each other quite well. So I think this should be quite an entertaining thing. Oh, I can tell you're American. Barbecue and ranch. Yeah, see, I don't think we have that in the UK, do we? Anybody? Here he is. Here he is. Hello, Mr. Holland. How are we doing? Hope you're well, my friend. Matty, hang on. You're meant to be revising. You're meant to be revising and not doing any football talk. You've got exams, all right? Big up to you. Big up to... Have I ever had a gyros before? Mate, I'm Greek. What do you mean have I ever had a gyros? What's a bloody had a gyros? I lived in Greece for 2 years. So not much happening by the way of chances here. I think both teams are just starting to feel their way into this game. But, hang on, Betis are away here, down the left. Still going, whips the ball across. Header one by Anthony and over the bar. Anthony's a different player. Away from Man United, Anthony is a different player completely. Completely different player. But, look, experienced manager tonight in Manuel Pellegrini. Could he be the difference? Because I think this would be Maresca's first silverware, right? Yeah, Chelsea not really. I mean, Betis haven't really done a lot, but Chelsea not got going. But here's Cole Palmer down the right-hand side. He's driving at them. He's cutting side. Really good play by Palmer. He's still going, shoots. And the shot in the end dribbled into the arms of the keeper. But really good play. Really good footwork and technique from Cole Palmer. Really good play from him there. What do you all think of Cole Palmer? Talk to me. What do you all think of Cole Palmer? For me, very good player that everyone tried to make world class before letting him actually develop as a footballer. That's what I would say. Here's Betis again. And Isco with the low cross into the arms of Jorgensen. This game has been played at a frantic pace. It's frantic here. It's end to end at the moment. Here's Nicholas Jackson. Lays the ball off to Fernandes. I like Fernandes. Sorry, I know that might not be a popular opinion. I really like Fernandes. I do. Yeah, I really like Cole Palmer, by the way. I just think that too many people went too early. What I mean by that is we don't allow these people to grow. We see them have a good season, and instead of allowing them to grow and grow and grow, we go, oh my God, he's world class. And when you think, just let him grow. For me, I really like him. I think he's got all the attributes needed to be world class, but I do think he needs a couple of years. But Chelsea back in the Champions League next year. What are they going to buy? We all know Chelsea like to spend money. What are they going to buy? Who's going to leave? They've got a big old squad. We'll see. Oh, God. Sorry. McDonald's nuggets for anyone who wants to know. That's a great question. Look, the way I liked Anthony at Ajax and I like him here at Betis. He's not a terrible player. He scores goals. I think there's far too many people that have judged him based on a terrible Man U side. I think Rasmus Højlund, I feel sorry for. He shouldn't be the number one at a club as big as Man U. For me, he shouldn't be. He should be learning from someone. But Garnacho, good player. But for me, Garnacho talks too much. I think it's all a bit flashy for me with Garnacho. It's all a little bit flashy, What do you all think of Caicedo? I'd love him in our midfield. Hang on, they're away here, Betis, are they? Good ball. Out wide, it's 1-0 Betis. Betis are 1-0 up out of absolutely nothing. Oh, what a good strike that was. Really, really good finish. I think it was Isco on the edge of the box. I'm pretty sure it was Isco who laid the ball right the way across the face of goal. And the number 10, I think is that El Zui, fired the ball low and hard of his left foot into the bottom corner. Really nice finish. Really nice and composed finish. And Betis are 1-0 up. The ball was given away by Maligusto. And then Isco picked his man. And there was nothing the keeper could do on that front. Isco, quality from Isco. Great vision. Good touch with the right. Second touch with the left. Goal. Really good goal. Really good goal. And Betis are 1-0 up in the final. So a lot of you are getting the dream come true. Real Betis 1, Chelsea 0. And again, it came from a really sloppy pass from Gusto in the middle of the park. Gave it away. His man was left unmarked. Isco found him. And Betis are 1-0 up as we come up to 10 minutes. Hey, Chloe, absolutely. Isco is a proper player. Isco is brilliant. I'd love a player like that. I'd love a player. Big up to you. Yeah, see, I don't like those sort of nuggets. There's something about McDonald's nuggets. I'm not the biggest McDonald's fan. I like it every now and then, but there's something about their nuggets that they put on. As Chelsea win a free kick and it's all kicking off in the middle of the park, and the ref is going to step in, calm it down. Good refereeing. Some of these foreign refs, they don't mess about. Not like our refs. Yeah, I just don't know if he's a finisher. I just don't know if he's a finisher. I feel like if West Ham got him, I think your fans would be a little bit like, oh, God, another one that's not proven. We're the best team in London. Shameless. Shameless. Best team in London. We finished bottom of all of them. Absolutely shameless from little Matty K. Great footwork. Cole Palmer again, really good footwork. Now he's got out to Neto, who's on the right. Plays the ball down the line. Too much on it, and that goes out. But again, Chelsea here, you can see already that Mali Gusto is really inverted. And every time he gets the ball, you can see if he gives it away, the gap. And it reminds me of how we play. What's a Pepe's? What's a Pepe's? What is this? Hang on, are they away again here? They're away again here. Same player. Gusto this time holds him up. Here's Isco again, though. Lovely footwork. Then the ball whipped into the arms of Jorgensen. And Betis are just hitting them. They're just hitting them on the break. As I was saying, look, I feel for Rasmus Højlund. For me, that move was way too early. That boy should be out somewhere at a club without the pressure of Man United, learning his trade. I just don't think he should be the number one striker at a club like Man U at that age. I really don't. Oh, what a save. Wow. Look at this. So Bakambu laid the ball off to Mark Bartra, who for some reason was in the final third. Bartra's swept it first time. It's going top corner, and Jorgensen's flipped it over the bar. Wow. Betis are starting to have the chances here. Decent team. Here's Isco. To the edge of the box. The volley, high and wide. We are the best team. I mean, yeah, sure. Shamelessly, if you want to say we're the best team in London, shamelessly, sure. But, I mean, anyone know if we've beaten any London teams other than Brentford this year? Big up, George. Always down for nuggets. So what have Chelsea got? At the moment, they're giving the ball away cheaply. And Betis are pouncing. They're a very well-organised team, Betis. Anyway, here's Nicholas Jackson. Gets it to Madueke. First time we've seen him. Cuts inside. Then cuts inside again. There's a shot. Fired in, blocked. Isco can pick it up. Oh, I thought that was a good tackle. I'll be honest, I thought that was a good tackle from Badiashile. I don't think that should have been a foul. But Betis do look very dangerous. They're a good team. They're a good team, Betis. You guys, you know me. I like a really organised team. And they look organised. God, I think I've gone too many with 20 here. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, Betis, not surprisingly, everything that Real Betis do goes through Isco. Quality footballer. Quality player. Absolutely brilliant career that man's had. Oh, look at this. Some lovely passing. Really good. Oh, unlucky. Some really good passing there. But now Chelsea have got a chance to come down this end. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Good footwork. But Betis are quicker in the tackle here. But they're giving it away this time. And then they've won it back immediately. Oh, good play, Isco. I love watching Isco. I could watch players like Isco all day long. Oh, there's a good stat for us. There you go. And yet we're the best team in London. Yeah. Everyone wants to be the best team in London, do they? Shameless Tottenham fans. Best team in London. Oh, I didn't think that was a foul either by Mark Bartra. He's had a good career, any old Mark Bartra, starting at Barcelona for all those years. Yeah, he's forged a really good career for himself. Yeah, at the moment, hang on, early days. Yeah, see, look, Henry Von TV. Look at this guy playing for Real Betis, right? What I've seen of him already compared to what I've seen of Tell. And people are going, nah, sign Tell. It's just lazy. It's like no one's looked at any other players in world football. Yeah, they're doing well. How many nuggets have I managed to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've managed to do 10. That's a poor effort, isn't it? Out of 20. Let's go for 11. Right. Jeff, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Good play by Neto. Can he get a ball in? No. Really good defending by Isco. I can watch players like this all day long. I love footballers that manipulate the football. You know, we've got so many players that run around, work hard, press. I like magicians. I like technicians of a football. Whenever Spurs are linked to someone like that, our fans go, oh. I mean, yes, listen, the whole Betis team's playing well. They're all playing well. I mean, he doesn't, as I said, I don't mind Cardoso. But for me, he never stands out. I don't mind him, but he doesn't stand out. Oh God, I can't only eat 11, can I? Hang on, they're away here. Badishile too quick for him there. And the ball's going to go back to Jorgensen. Not good enough. He'd be the best player at the club. He'd go and be the best player at the football club. He'd just sit in there in midfield and he'd run things. But hey, good play there. Good play between Fernandez and Caicedo. Now Neto's got the ball on the right. Thinks it to the back post. Headed away. Good game, this. It's a good game. Good game. Good game. If you know, you know. Yeah, you're right. They really do. They really do have a lot of experience. When you look at the likes, hang on, good turn by Palmer, good footwork. And then Isco getting back. What a foot. And what a ball that is. And Anthony's away. He's done really well there. Held it up. Good pass into Bakambu. Now back to Anthony. Yeah, I just think he's got something good going there, hasn't he, Pellegrini? He's really done a good job. Here they are again. Here they are again. They're in. Good footwork. He's laid it off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Should have been 2. What brilliant footwork that was again. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's the Moroccan guy, right? On the left. He's really impressed me. He got the goal, but he actually had a heavy first touch, but won the ball back, then cut in, laid it off, and they're asking for a corner. I think they're going to get one. Oh, it could have been 2. Could have been 2. Oh, for sure. Of course. Listen, I suppose we just don't really care. It's just whether we shithoused it or not. We needed the trophy. But yeah, I thought Palace were magnificent against Man City. Yeah, I thought Palace were magnificent. Who's messaged me? Yeah, Perchy messaged me. Savva, how good is that Abdi, by the way? Proper winger. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right. How many people how many people would turn their nose up if I said, let's go and sign Abdi from Real Betis? From what I've seen tonight, can't really say I've seen too much of him before. He just looks exciting. He drives at people. We've seen he can finish. Right, everybody stop targeting Matt. Right, if you are Matt, just calm down. Everybody just leave Matt alone. It's fine. Tracy Jackson, I'm going to give you one more chance. You're starting to end up a troll. I hate trolls. I'm the wrong channel if you want to be a troll. I'm the wrong channel. As Chelsea give away a free kick for a foul on Abdi out on the left. Class player. Fans in the Premier League would probably say he's too small. He don't track back. You know what I mean? I love players like that. What do you mean if we let Arsenal get Sane? Sane, if given the opportunity, he's probably going to choose Arsenal over us. Thirsty. Oh. Yes, has he gone back in the Spain squad? Wow. Doesn't surprise me. Class act. Class act. You can't. I don't think you can teach. I don't think you can teach what players like Isco have. A bit like Thiago Alcantara, but with obviously all the injuries. But you can't teach that. Those players are naturally gifted. They naturally have that technician ability, don't they? Yeah. Very well organised team as well, Samuel. Really well drilled. Still early days, though. It's only one. But they do look dangerous. Matty, I can't make you a mod, mate. You get too emotional, block everyone. Yeah, I think he does a good job, Clivert. Hang on. Chelsea have lost the ball in the middle again, and Betis have got players forward. Guess who's on the ball? Have a guess. Yeah, it's Isco. He's laid it out to Abdi. Abdi whips it across, and it's a muffed clearance that Cucurella in the end deals with. And now the ball all the way over to Nicholas Jackson, and Jackson's got an opportunity here, but really good defending from Mark Bartra there. Really, really good defending from Mark Bartra, showing all of his experience. Yeah, I know, but I'm not that silly to say silly things like this. Let's be fair. He's going to pick Arsenal. They'll pay bigger wages. They challenge for titles. It's a no-brainer. Hey! One of the only people that's allowed to abuse me. Oh, who am I kidding? Everyone abuses me. Big up to you, Sean. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Hope you're watching this. Betis have got some really good players from the Betis team. Really. See, this is why when people just go, oh, this league's rubbish, look at this Betis team. I'll take most of their players from what I've seen. Some really good technical players here. Really good. They work hard. You time me out of my own channel, would you, Matty K? Big up to you. Thanks, Matty. I think I've failed with the Nuggets. Done 13. I might be able to squeeze in a few more later. Big up, Craig. How you doing, my brother? How you doing? Everybody smash that like button. Come on, what are we doing here? We've only got 49 likes and there's 125 of you in here. Come on, what are we doing here? Chelsea got the ball on the left with Madueke. Lays the ball back into Cucurella. Great name. Cucurella Really good tackle in there by Anthony. They're working so hard as a team. They really are. Really, really working hard. Let's see. Guys and girls, comment. I'm sure you can smash that like button. Hang on, I've got so many tabs open at the top. I've got Bayern Munich's wages up for some reason. We were looking at Leroy Sané, weren't we? Madueke, he's going to take his man on here. Good defending. They're very well drilled. They're very well drilled. And let's be fair, Manuel Pellegrini's a good coach. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Who's that? That's Christian Romero. Let's get rid of Atletico Madrid, Leroy Sané, Marcus Rashford. God, the things I look at in a day while I'm streaming. Big up to each and every one of you. Let's see if anyone else has subscribed tonight, shall we? Yeah, we've had 3 subscribers. That's lovely. Well done, everyone. Lovely, lovely stuff. Yeah, it's certainly an interesting game. Certainly an interesting game. I just felt the Spurs Man U game in the first half, especially, was very cagey, wasn't it? Listen, it's up for debate. Listen, as I said, I like watching a lot of leagues. And when people say to me, but the Prem this compared to that, I don't see too much difference, if I'm honest. Yeah, he's done well. He's done well. I mean, Isco is running the show. Isco is, I don't know, people in the chat, would you agree with me? I think Isco is the standout player on the pitch. He's controlling the game from that kind of midfield position. But hang on, here's Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea have got bodies over here. Here's Madueke. He plays it across. Really good. I tell you what, he's had a good game at the back there, hasn't he, Mark Bartra? Really good experienced performance from Bartra. Nicholas Jackson looked like he was going to get there first, but Bartra got a toe to the ball. Who's at my front door? Nobody. My Uber driver, by the way, was called Willian, as in Willian. Yeah. Marios is begging for the Betis winger. He's good. Sean, there's a winger playing for Betis, Abdi. Moroccan guy. In Moroccan? Yeah, I think he's Moroccan. Very good. Scored the goal, but very good. Runs at people, direct. Good player. Do a bit of your old Weiss scouting on him. He's good. I know, Marios. Hang on, they're in again here. Abdi gets the ball across, block for a corner. He's a danger. He is a danger, is Abdi. And he's giving Gusto an awful time tonight. If I'm a scout, I'm all over this. Yeah, I love that. Step over, took his man on the outside. Gusto got his foot there in the end, but that's really good play. Abdi, really good. If I'm a scout, I'm looking at him. Abdi, very much. Great turn by Isco, pulls it back. The ball headed away. And now Chelsea can break. Chelsea have got a 3-on-2. If they do it well, they are. It's a one-on-one race. Madueke's won the ball. If he switches it, he has. I think he's waited too long there. And the moves died down a little bit, but Chelsea were away there. It was the first real kind of counter-attack. Here's Palmer. Good ball in, headed away. And Betis can slice the ball clear. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Big up, Josh. How you doing, man? Look at your Liverpool team, Josh. Making everyone else look like transfer minnows this year, aren't you? Signing everybody. Class. Class player. Let's have a look at these likes. Let's see a few lot of 66. We should be on 100. Very disappointing. Yeah, Isco's quality. Here's Neto, though. Gets across all the way over. It's beaten everyone, but it's fallen to Madueke. And again, really good defending. I'll tell you what, Sabali, the right back, has done really well. Sabali and Bartra have done really well on this right-hand side. As I say, there's good players everywhere. Madueke went to take him on. Good defending, really good defending. Short corner taken into Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer lays it back to Gusto. Gusto tried to dink it to the back post. Oh, he's won it back, luckily there for him. And Cole Palmer, and the ball's gone out for a goal kick. Good game. Really good game, this. I'm enjoying it. Betis will be very, very happy with the first 31, 32 minutes. But again, I'm just looking at that pass from Isco for the goal. Just really, yeah, really good goal, really good assist, good finish, low into the bottom corner. Thank you. That's nice. Do you know what? It's quite nice when I get compliments. I haven't had many in the last couple of days. I've had many videos made about me. Anyway. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, good player. Good player. Isco having a great game, just rolling back the years tonight. All the experience. I remember watching, God, I'm going to go back some years now. I remember watching the Spanish, was it the Spanish under-20s, under-21s that won the World Cup? And Isco and Thiago Alcantara played centre mid, and they couldn't get near them. And I remember going, these two, like they stood out like they just stood out a mile. They really did. Here's Badashile, plays it back. I mean, look, Chelsea are getting in some good positions. Chris, if you want to join, feel free to join the show, mate. There's a ball lofted over, headed away by Nathan, and then cleared down the line. But that's going to... Oh, hang on, no. Makumbu has won that really good centre-forward play. And then Isco. I mean, that's a brilliant ball, is it? No, the keeper's come out and got it. Isco, he's so good. Yeah, Lo Celso's on the bench. He's on the bench. I mean, I'm not sure we can call Madueke terrible when we look at our wingers. I mean, I think we've got to be consistent here. Yeah, exactly. Madueke starts for us. I think you've got to be very, look, Matt, you know why people get really annoyed with you is because you just keep coming up with really silly things. I've got lots from back in the day. Some I gave away to charity. I've got a few. I've probably got 4 or 5 from back in the day, but that wouldn't fit me now, probably. Few Ginola 14s. Few Ginola 14s. God, I love that, man. Great ball into Gusto. He's laid it back. This is a good move from Chelsea here. Here's Neto. And then that is a dreadful finish. Yeah, look, listen. You've got to remember that everyone overhyped him while he's still growing as a footballer. He's still growing. Just give him time. Everyone went so early on it. I fucking love Chris. Oh, Chris, I love you. Oh. There you go. Tottenham are mulling over whether to activate the 1-year extension of Ben Davies. Surely say goodbye now. Thank you for your service. Surely. He honestly, Bill, he just comes up with some absolute corkers. Like, listen, I watch, by the way, I don't think Madueke is amazing, but I look at our wingers and go, well, I'd rather Madueke than Odegaard and Tell. Like, do you know what I mean? By the way, got some more filming this Friday with the Sun. When I said that last time, I lost 2 subscribers. These 2 people messaged me saying they couldn't subscribe to me if I did any work with the Sun. Can you believe that? Yeah, I don't think Madueke's terrible. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's good. I think he's good. I think he's a good player. Here's Isco running down the left. Takes a touch, brings the ball back, calms it down, plays the ball inside, but this time it goes into Jorgensen's arms. Oh, Foxy. That's it. Canales, Nacho, Carver. Oh, my God. Koke, Martinez, Bartra, Murat. Oh, my God. Munayin as well. Yes. Tello. Oh, wow. Yeah. 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 Yeah, do you know, I think you get to the stage, don't you, where you say, look, thank you, but come on, can we do something else? Yeah. Again, it's nothing personal against Ben Davies, but I just think at what stage do we move on? Here's Madueke. Good ball into Caicedo. Dinks it forward. Cole Palmer. Oh, cleared by Bartra. I tell you what, he's still pinging around. I like this ref. I like this ref. He's just letting the game flow. I like that. Yeah, I know they don't, but you know what I mean? When the Sun newspaper come to me and saying, you know, we've got some content we want you to film for us, I'm not going to say, oh, no, sorry, because the Liverpool fans don't like you. Do you know what I mean? How did you know? How did you know? Oh, don't tell people my secrets. So, yeah, so that's where I'll be Friday afternoon. I don't know when they'll release it. I did some work for them last month as well. That hasn't been released yet either. So, but they're good people there. Really like the producers. It's in the same building where they film TalkSport. So, yeah, it should be fun. See if I can find Darren Bent, someone like that. See if I can find a bit of Jason Kunde and a little. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or stringing you along. So 39 minutes gone. Betis 1, Chelsea 0. I think Chelsea have got to grips with it a lot more now. Oh. Is our front three top 10 in the Premier League? Well, let's have a look at the other teams in the top 10, shall we? Let's have a look at the other teams in the top 10. Do Brighton have a better front three? Do Forest? Do Brentford? Do Bournemouth? I guess that's the questions you need to ask yourself. And what you've got to ask yourself, Matt, is the guy that you love publicly stated that 2 of those front three are the guys that were his main targets in both windows, which was Brennan Johnson and Solanke. So you can't have one without the other. Whoa. Hang on. Look, according to football fans, everyone is shit. According to football fans, right? Everybody's shit. He plays up top for a top 4 team who are in a European final. So not just in a European final, but the top 4. And we're just going to sit there and say he's not good. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here. By the way, just good. I'm not praising him. I don't think he's amazing. But hey. Is he going? Is this confirmed? Is this confirmed, or are we just hang on. AC Milan have just sent their formal proposal to Massimiliano Allegri to be their new head coach. He's the main option to replace Sergio Conceição. Wow, there you go. Jorgensen drops the ball, cleared, and Chelsea can break. Madueke knocks the ball on Neto, but a good tackle again from, good tackle again there from Fornals. So the manager merry-go-round. We've got Muslic from Plymouth. He's going to Schalke. Allegri is going to Milan. Yeah, exactly. At least this time I've got something to say to them, right? I think it's me, a Chelsea fan, and an Arsenal fan. So if Chelsea lose this, it gives me, hang on, they're in here, Chelsea. Good goalkeeping. Adrian, the old West Ham and Liverpool keeper, right? Good goalkeeping. Came out, sensed the danger. Ed, all right, Ed. All right. You looking forward to the Super Cup final? I mean, yeah, it's not for ages, is it? I mean, are we starting to look forward to that already? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Can't start looking forward to that right now. Absolutely. See, this is where these fans. I love Ange. He's amazing. Oh, our forward's rubbish. Ange came out and said this guy was our main target for the whole summer, right? So people were praising the signing of Solanke. People are praising Brennan Johnson. People love Son, right? People want Tell. People want Odegaard. But then you hear, oh no, they're not good enough for the top 10. Well, which one is it? Anyway, here's Anthony. Lays the ball back to Sabali. They've lost the ball this time, though. Chelsea try and counter, but the ball's come back at them. But a good ball there from Caicedo into Palmer. He goes again to Madueke. This time he's out on the right. There's the pass. And Gusto's got it. Gusto whips it in. It's gone all the way to the back post. Neto heads it across. And there's Mark Bartra, who's had a great game. Great game, Mark Bartra. Yeah, he did. He wanted Solanke, and he said no to Eze. Let that sink in. Oh, he's class. Isco's class. Another ball, one by the left back. Good play there. Here's Isco. Ball knocked down the channel, but that one's going to be easy for the Chelsea defence. Oh, God, I can hear a Stanley coming. I can hear Stanley. Stanley, you want a chip? What's this? Stanley? What's this? What's this, Stewie? Stanley, you want a chip? Oh, you're going to drop your treat out your mouth. Stewie, what's this? Good boy. Good boy. There's one for you and one for you. Good boy. Good boy. Talking of good boys, here's Chris Checkits. I've got nuggets. You want a nugget? Look how small the chips were. I've got. Look, there was about 9 in there. Sorry. Hello, Chris. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually. I'm really. Are you watching it?
I've only just got back in, so no, I haven't seen any of it.
Betis, very, very well. You know when you watch Spurs and you think we're the least organised team in world football? Real Betis are the complete opposite. Very well organised football team.
To be honest, I was just listening as I was going back, and when you started doing Bruce Forsyth impressions, I thought someone needs to come on and save you. Like, YouTube is scrambling your head, I think.
Did you not like my good game? That bloke used to drive me bananas, Bruce Forsyth. He got to that old age where anything he said, people laughed at, but it wasn't actually funny. Do you know what I mean? He got to that age and, no, not for me, Bruce. Not for me.
I mean, at least he's one of the few presenters of that generation you can still talk about, right?
Yeah. Yes, he is. That we know of.
Yeah.
Here's Chelsea. This is going to be the last attack of the first half. Nicholas Jackson out on gives it to Caicedo. The ball's up in the air. Won by Caicedo again, cleared, and there's the halftime whistle. Chris, Isco is just rolling back the years tonight. He looks brilliant. He looks absolutely superb.
He got linked with us, didn't he, a few times over the years, Isco?
And no doubt our fans probably said he wouldn't cut it in the Premier League. Maybe some sort of nonsense like that.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen tonight, though. No matter what the result here, the Spurs community is going to go mental. It's either going to be, Maresco's no Angie, can't get it over the line, or I can just see it happening now before even the full-time whistle. I can see it.
See, who would you have? The bloke that gets you into top 4, or the bloke? Yeah,
European champions isn't for anyone. I mean, that is one question I've got. If Chelsea do win, or even Betis, it doesn't really matter. Like, can they say they're European champions? I presume they can, right?
Well, it depends. How many European champions can you have at any one time?
3, by the look of it.
I just assumed that European champions were the winners of the Champions League. Like, I thought that was the European champions.
That's always the assumption until your team suddenly doesn't get into the Champions League and starts playing in one of the other competitions, right? Then all the rules are out the window. So
yeah, I love this. This has got to be the best name of any YouTube viewer I've seen this week. Cheeky Burger Stain. I love that. That's good. It says, Savva, what clubs have you worked at? I've worked for Charlton Athletic and I've worked for Chelsea Football Club. And when I worked for Chelsea, I remember I got so much stick. How could you work for them? I'm like, I don't know. They paid me. Like, I don't know. You know that thing you need to live. Yeah. Chelsea paid me. So, yes, I worked at their stadium and their training ground. So, yeah. Yeah, Chris, it's been a very eventful week in Spurs land, hasn't it? It's been crazy.
It's draining, isn't it? To be fair, I mean, at least I can dip in and out of it. Like you've got to talk about it for a living. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, mate, yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. If the word tattoo gets mentioned one more time, got absolutely madness. Our fan base are never happy. We turn our nose up so many good players. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes.
Until they sign for us, and then no matter how bad they are, they're generational.
Absolutely. Anyone who signs for us, like, do you know what? I'll tell you what sums up Matt. Just now, right? He's one of those people that if I say the grass is green, he'll say it's red. He's that sort of person. He said, so Savva, you're telling me we've got a top 10 front three. And I said, well, hang on. Ange wanted Solanke. He publicly said that he was his number one choice all summer. And he said the same about Brennan Johnson the year before. And he turned around, oh, yeah, but you can't knock Johnson. He's got 18 goals. So, hang on. So which one is it? Are you don't rate him? You do rate him? I'm just a bit Glenn said Bruce was a Spurs fan. Are we talking Forsyth again? Bruce Forsyth. Gosh. What was the best thing Bruce Forsyth done? What was the best TV program he done?
Generation Game, maybe.
The Generation Game.
I was never a play your cards right fan. I thought it's a bit boring, and it just higher and lower. It wasn't.
Yeah. It was the Generation Game where all the items came through on the conveyor belt, and you had to remember what you saw.
Yeah. And there's a cuddly toy. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I used to like, I don't know how we got onto this. I used to like Bullseye. And like when they'd say, and they'd say, you've won a prize. It's a tape cassette with rewind facility. And the crowd would go, ooh.
They didn't do you've won a prize. They went in one and then in two. And the favourite, the best bit about Bullseye was always here's a have a look at what you could have won, right?
Oh, yeah.
The couple from Wolverhampton who just missed out on a speedboat, like unlucky.
Yeah. Sorry, Savva, if you've worked for those teams, why are you not more considerate of Ange's work, knowing what goes in? Stop. What are we doing here? Yes. So Tottenham are the middle champions of Europe. I'll go with that. And then we've got Betis, Chelsea tonight for the lower champions of Europe. And then the real champions of Europe, I'm guessing we'll find out on on Saturday. But listen, this game, two very different styles. Betis for me, I know you've not watched a lot of it, but Betis for me, very well organised, very well drilled at the back, and they're capitalising on any Chelsea mistake in midfield. But Isco is just running this show. Isco is just running this show.
So Cardoso playing, is he?
Yeah, Cardoso's playing. He's playing well. I think they've all played. To be fair, I think Fornals in midfield. I think they're playing well as a team. They're playing well as a collective. Chelsea are getting in down the sides, but haven't, as of yet, really. I can't remember them working the keeper, if I'm brutally honest. But we'll see. We'll see.
Just having a look at the stats. Chelsea have already had more shots than we had in the entire of the final last week. But anyway, that's another thing.
Chelsea needed this humbling. We would have turned Betis out. Betis would take us to the cleaners, mate. I don't know what you are talking about. What are you talking about? What a nutter this bloke is. Is Gio playing? He is on the bench. I think he was 50-50 yesterday, they said. He's made the bench. So we'll see. Yes, there are fan shows coming. There'll be a fan call-in show tomorrow. Hang on. Sean wants the link. Let's send Sean the link. Have you ever streamed with Sean before?
A couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, just get your calculator ready for Mr. Accountant.
I've got to say, in the last few days, he's turned into like one of my favourite people. I don't normally always agree with him, but at the moment, I am Team Sean. I tell you.
Look, I just think. Now listen, I've always enjoyed streaming with Sean, even when we've had massive rows. He'll tell you, me and Sean have had some absolute humdingers on stream, but I think it's good because we agree on a lot, but we also disagree on a hell of a lot, and it makes for good content. But yeah, by the way, the guy who scored the goal, if you got it on now, have you got the game on? Watch out for him. He's a very good player. Big up, Sean. How you doing, mate?
Hello. How are you doing?
Very good. Very good. It's nice to see Chelsea losing.
Let me turn this down. Oh, I'll turn it up. Wait a minute. Turn it down. There we go. I'm back in the game. I didn't realise I asked people in my WhatsApp group. I said, can anyone send me a link or can anyone tell me of a streaming site or whatever? Because I haven't got TNT. And then Phil Panini went about 5 minutes later. And what were you trying to watch, Sean? And I went, netball, you plum. What do you think?
Netball.
And he went, you fucking ungrateful bastard. I'll tell you what the solution is. Just go to your iStore and download Paramount Plus and you can watch it for free. I didn't realise that. So,
yes. So you asked. Oh, listen. I don't know if you've got access to it now, but Cardoso for me, I think he's a good player. I think whenever I see him, he does well. I'm not sold that he's that guy. I'm not saying I'm. By the way, if he's so, no. I think he's good. I don't know. You know, you always. I'll coin your phrase, Sean. You always say about a monster number 6.
Yeah, he's not a monster. He's a scary
guy.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's a good footballer. He's very good, very technical, gets up and back, gets his foot in. I do like him, though. I'm on the fence.
Whenever I've seen him, I've always been like, I think he could adapt. I think he can. Yeah, you're right. He's not like, you want Samuel Ricky. You want to reposition like a Dougie Luiz, someone that has been there and done it, can play the 6 and all that stuff. But this guy, I don't know about him. I don't know if he's ready. But whenever I've seen him, I think he's the. I think he could be a really good purchase.
I've been watching a lot lately. I don't know if you've seen him, Chris. Ricky of Torino. I've been watching a lot more of footage of him in this last couple of weeks. The more I see, the more I really like him. I think that's the sort of player. A lot of our fans will probably go, "Oh, who's this?" But I think he's a little gem. I think he's a good player.
And
he's
CAA base. He's CAA base. He's Paratici's boy. He come from the Uday Academy, and he's 23 years old. So, like, in terms of does it make a little bit of sense? I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any chance, do we think, that if Levy flips now, I say flips, if he sticks by Ange, Is there any chance that this Paratici thing doesn't come off as a result of that?
No, it's done.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, from what I've heard, not that I'm not an ITK, but like people that pretend like they know and that they convince me that they know. They don't know shit, but they keep telling me that it's done. So we're just waiting. We're waiting for the confirmation. And I'm okay with it.
Said, yeah. I mean, listen, that's the sort of player. And look, you've got to hope that if Paratici coming in, that's the sort of player I think he'll know well, right? He's got a very good knowledge of Serie A. So
no, apparently he brought him through at Juve when he was 16 or something. So like,
okay,
so it's more than just like peripheral. He's CAA, but this is why I brought him up to you, mate. He's like he's CAA base. He's playing for Torino, but he's from Juve. He's part of the Paratici. Like, you know, it's just one of those things where you just kind of go, "Oh, I see." It makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, Chris, Sean and I have talked about this for 2 years, so I know Sean's opinion on this. But do you think the most important thing that Spurs need to sign is a number 6? Is that where you're at, or?
I mean, well, the most important thing we need to do is work out who the manager is, right, and go from there. And if it's Ange, does it not become a bit of a moot point because he ain't going to sign one, is he?
Well, this is it. Spurs fans, we all sit here and go, "Which 6 are we signing?" You're right.
I keep getting told by Ange that he's learned, he's adapting. Okay, if he has, then he should know that if he's adapting, then let's adapt to the realms where we need a fucking defensive midfielder.
Dude, I'd love Boubacar Kamara from Villa. I cannot imagine Aston Villa would want to sell Boubacar Kamara to Tottenham. I just my feeling. Maybe they want to cash in. I don't know. But yeah, that's the sort of player we need. We need a Kamara. Someone that never really gets talked about, does he? When everyone talks about midfielders, you never really hear Kamara's name, but does the job each and every week. There's an interesting question. Who's better, Saka or Palmer? Slightly different players, but who are you taking if I could only offer you one?
Palmer.
I'd take Saka myself.
Would you?
Yeah, I think Palmer. I think Palmer's had a really disappointing second half of the season.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't see Palmer as a wide man, and I do. Obviously, Saka is a wide man.
Yeah.
Saka for me, I really like Saka. I do think that he has been he's been put on this world-class pedestal by these Arsenal fans. And in the big games, I'm still yet to see him and go, yeah, that's why they've put him there. Palmer, though, again, I think everyone's got to remember last year was kind of like his first full season as a pro. Yeah. And everyone went, he's world-class. Let him grow, right? Let him grow and learn. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think Saka's been performing at a higher level for a longer period at the moment, hasn't he? He's been around 3, 4 seasons, 5 seasons maybe. But yeah, Palmer's still only really in his second season.
Yeah. So you're right. It's his second top season. I think people get you know what it's like. Someone breaks onto the scene and automatically they're the new Joe Cole, they're the new Paul Gascoigne. We've done it this year, haven't we, with Bergvall? Like, rather than say, yeah, do you know what? Nice season, good, he's developing. We've gone, this boy is the next Frankie de Jong. And we're like, all right, slow down. Like, let's let him learn, let him grow, give him another year in the first team. And but people don't want that, do they? They want they want crazy talk. They want crazy talk. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there you go. Subs to Sean. Yeah, why not?
Well done, Georgie. Good boy, George.
Yeah, he hasn't got enough, that guy. What about sub to this guy? What do you mean this guy? Not this guy up here. What about this guy?
Never have enough. They never have enough. It's like prostitutes on a Friday night. Sorry, what? I mean, what was I saying there? Sorry, there's Matty Cage in the Sorry, Matty. Cover your ears, bro. We're after the watershed. We've just gone past the 9 o'clock watershed. Now it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, it's gone past 9 p.m. You were allowed to say words like shit. It's okay. Thank you very much, YouTube. Listen,
that also means it's just gone past his bedtime, though, for Matty, isn't it?
Yeah, Matty.
That link that I've just that I'm on fucking. I'm on TNT, and they just pivoted to the fucking tennis. What's going on? Oh no, they haven't. No, sorry.
It's an advert. Okay, so Yeah, you're a couple of seconds behind. Yeah, so Reece James has come on for Malo Gusto. That for me tells me that we're right when scouting that left winger.
Wait, who was this? Who was this geezer you just told me about? What was the guy Abdi or something? You said
Abdi, the left winger. Let's see how good he is against James. Huh?
How do you spell his name? ABDI.
I think it's ABDE maybe, and then his surname is Zili or something.
Yeah,
Abdi Ezal-Zuli. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a look
Really impressive so far. Really impressive so far. Matty K, have you got an exam tomorrow? If you have, I'm kicking you out my stream. If you haven't, I'll let you stay. But if you've got an exam, revise.
No, Uncle Savva. I'm fully schooled up. Thank you, Uncle Savva.
I don't think he has got an exam tomorrow, but if he has, we're kicking him out.
Love that.
Because you left the WhatsApp group earlier saying you needed to revise. Now I don't think that you're revising.
We're all going to feel so guilty when he comes back with a whole flopping set of results for his GCSEs, man. We all want you to do well, Matty. That's why we're telling you to go. Not because we don't like you. We just want you to do well in your exams, man.
He's a smart kid, is Matty. I've got a feeling he's going to get a lot of A's and B's, that lad.
You don't get A's and B's, Savva, anymore. Jesus, how old are you? You get, it's like out of 9, isn't it?
What?
Is it?
You get like 9s and 8s and stuff. A's and B's are old school. That's all when me and you were doing it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
When
couldn't
did
tell
that
you what the equivalent of an A is, but yeah, it's out of 9.
Why not out of
Out of
10?
9?
That seems so weird. Why not out of 10?
I just that's me.
Well, the second half has just kicked off, by the way. So Reece James on for Mali Gusto, who, to be fair, I like Mali Gusto, but today he was given a little bit of the runaround. Here's Isco. Oh, that's a great ball. And here's Abdi. Goes back to Isco. I tell you what, they are good. This is a very good team. Very good team. Very good team. Let me know in the chat what we're going for. What's the score going to be? Are Chelsea going to pull this back? Is Manuel Pellegrini going to add another notch on his trophy belt?
Does it matter to Chelsea, though? Are Chelsea fans going to go mental if they've given up the chance for a European Cup? Or are they going to go?
What a waste of a league campaign that would be, right?
Yeah. Well, they've got Champions League football, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing the Chelsea fans will have a mini meltdown today and tomorrow, but I don't know if it will be equally if they win it. Are they going to have 10 days of telling everyone that they're the best team in the world? And I don't know. We'll see.
Who's number 22 for Betis?
Isco, class, just world class. Oh,
Wow.
he's about 312 now, but he's just
old school, yeah.
Well, I wonder where the Chelsea fans are, because early sort of after Christmas, they were railing against Maresca, and loads of them were Maresca out, and now he's got them 4th. They're about to be champion. Well, maybe if they can come back, champions of Europe, right?
Chelsea fans are bigger flip-flops than Tottenham fans, though.
I often wonder if we don't really know, right? We're not exposed to the other fan bases in the same way we are with Spurs. And I do wonder, are we just typical or are a lot of similar fan bases like us? I don't know.
I think Nottingham, I think the smaller you go, the further down the levels you go, the more tolerant they are of abnormal events pivoting to the upside. I think Tottenham is a team where as soon as you have a moment of glory, you suddenly expect it to be the new normal. Whereas I think if that was to happen to Brighton or Brentford, I don't think that they would necessarily get their heads above the parapet too much, or like to get their expectations reset.
In our WhatsApp group, like again, it's all full of YouTubers. All I'm seeing is now that any season we ever have now that doesn't result in a trophy is automatically failure. So I've started throwing loads of.
That's the League Gunner overly simplified version of football, isn't it? That's the way that it works, right? Well, if you win a trophy, that's success. If you don't, it's failure. That's the rules.
Yeah. But by the way, Matt, please stop doing this. Please stop asking me if we can get players like Adam Wharton and Newcastle are not going to give us one of their best players. What are you? Yeah.
I mean,
why
Matt,
would they?
Maybe if we give them another 20 million, we can do a double deal with Isak, right? We'll just get them both.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy earlier, he said to me, "There's no reason we can't get Barella," and I'm like, Sorry, Barella is in Inter Milan. Barella. Yeah. There's no reason we can't get. Was it? He said, "I'll just go to Villa and get Morgan Rogers." Yeah.
How old is he?
Huh?
How old is Matt?
Oh, no one knows. He's the biggest troll, but he's on all my shows.
He's a youngster though, isn't he?
I no idea, mate. No, that's not a Matty K. That's Matt. It's the name Matt, Sean.
Okay,
Matt.
Yeah. Delusional.
But
delusional.
Like,
yeah, fair enough.
I've been throwing hypotheticals like. So what was the one I said yesterday, Chris? I was like, right. So if we finish second, like I don't think we will. I said if we finish second next year and got to a Champions League semi-final, i.e., replicating Arsenal's year this year, I said, would that be a successful season?
Of course.
No, because it wouldn't be a trophy. And I'm like,
who said that?
Loads for, loads against. It's just I'm not naming that. Loads for, loads against. And I'm like, so we'd have gone 16 places up the table. And hang on, Chelsea are through here. 1 second. Here's Nicholas Jackson. He's laid it. Oh, Nicholas Jackson. That's an awful pass.
You can make the argument then, if that's what the binary outcomes are, right? Then Arsenal should have given up, should have like deprioritized once they were out of the league, once they were out of the Champions League. If the argument is for a team like Arsenal or a team like Tottenham, but the only thing that matters is a trophy at that stage of the season, then Arsenal should have lost deliberately every last game of the season to finish in 5th or 6th rather, and then qualify for the Europa League where they're going to win it next year. And then that would consider that, like, you know what, like you have to have there's levels in between this binary outcome. It's nothing's black and white. Depends on what your expectations are. If Nottingham Forest finished second this season or third, was that a successful season for them? Of course it was.
I always have this argument, mate, and say that, you know, people just say it's trophies, and I'm like, right, so Rochdale get to the Premier League and finish second. That's a failure, is it? I mean,
it's ridiculous. It's like it's such a stupid.
I'm finding it all so childish, the need to break down to just binary outcomes a whole season. I had this earlier on, someone saying, was the Tottenham season a success or not? And I could only choose between the two. And I'm like, well, it's not that's just not real work. It's just idiot. There's no point talking to people like that because if you can't have a discussion with some nuance in it, it's a waste of time, really.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, I mean,
next season's going to be very difficult. When Ange Postecoglou said season 3 is better than season 2, well, the only way it's realistically going to be better is if we're judging the Premier League on the baseline that was 17th, right? But we're not going to win the European Cup. Maybe we win a cup in the domestic league, but ultimately, like if you finish 10th, it's a massive improvement on 17th. But that's only because 17th was a horrendously low baseline.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't you think it matters? Like for example, Man City finishing third without a trophy is a poor season. It's Man City.
Of course.
Spurs next year, if we finished in the top 5, which gets you a second year in a row in the Champions League, that is success. Now, that doesn't mean every year I'm just going to say, oh, that's fine. But
given where we're at, given the circumstances of right now, get back into the top 5 on merit in the Premier League. Thank you very much. It's perfect.
It's relative to expectations, isn't it? I mean, that's what it is. But the other thing that's really annoying me generally about the discussion is that the entire season depends on the outcome. Like, I'm a season ticket. I want to enjoy what I'm watching, like, sort of not completely irrespective of the outcome, but I want to go and actually like enjoy the spectacle of football. That's what I watch football for. I can't watch 38 games of a season, hate it every second of it, and then it'd be okay at the end because you get a cup. That's
100%. And even then, even if people are saying, I'll take 17th and a trophy, I'm like, yeah, but in order to get to 17th and a trophy, you have to have endured 8 months of absolute disaster and then 3 or 4 weeks of nice outcomes at the end. Like, I don't want this season to be recreated. I didn't enjoy this season at all. I enjoyed 90 minutes of it at the end of the season.
Just quickly, so Abdi, who we were all scouting, is coming off injured. He's limping off. So that lasted long, but he had a good game, the number 10, and he scored the goal. But yeah, listen, I think I think this notion that any season without a trophy, like here we go. So this season in League One, right? Peterborough, right, won the what do they call it now? The Johnson St. Pat Trophy or the league, whatever that is,
the
right?
EFL Cup, mate. That'll do.
Right, but Wrexham didn't win a trophy but got promoted. Who had the better year? Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's
a
got to be
a successful season. It's very simple. It's have you exceeded or matched your expectations or otherwise?
Yeah.
It's very simple. That's the binary thing. What did you expect going in? What did you come out with? And this season, I think with Tottenham, I'm not sure. Like, it is successful as a one-off because we haven't lifted a trophy for so long. But I've got to be honest, the gravitas attached to the trophy far exceeds the difficulty of winning it.
Yeah.
I feel like so the argument I've been having with people today was, that Pochettino got us fourth and to a Champions League final whilst having Inter Milan and Barcelona in the group, whilst knocking out Dortmund, Ajax, Man City, and playing Liverpool in the final. Yeah. And I'm to believe that because we didn't get over the line in that 90 minutes in Europe's elite competition against superior opposition, I'm led to believe that what I've seen this year.
Yeah, and a better manager.
Against the team that got 97 points in the league that season, by the way. But,
by the way,
it's absolute madness.
I enjoyed that season way more. The home game against Dortmund, those two last minute when we went through against City, even the home game against City was enjoyable, right? We won that with a penalty. The away game, football's about moments for me, and that's what I think back on. I think back on even things like Bergwijn at Leicester, right? When you're 2-1 down in the 95th minute, those are the joyous moments. And
I've got that on my on like an intro video that I do for my channel. It finishes with the commentary from a watch along that I did at that very moment when Bergwijn got the 2 goals in the 90th minute. It was
I went that night. We stayed in the stadium for ages singing Conte's name, and just because you don't win something at the end doesn't take away the joy that I had of that evening, right?
100%.
So, by the way, there's a VAR check going on. I'm not sure if it's finished yet for a penalty. I don't think it is, if I'm honest. I think it'll be soft to Chelsea.
Lads, I'll tell you what, because I'm about a minute behind. I'm going to jump off so I can watch it in real time. But love you, Savva. Thanks for letting me on, and nice to meet you, Chris. I'm not sure, Chris. Have I met you before? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've done a couple, but a long time ago, man.
Nice one, buddy. Nice to see you again, boss. Cheers, Savva. Cheers, chat.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye. Yeah, that's not a penalty for me. I think he got enough of the ball there, didn't he?
There's nothing in that. While we're on refereeing, I'm going to give little props to my my little protege who did the League 2 playoff final on Monday.
What was that, Walsall?
Walsall against FC Wimbledon. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I thought that was going in. Sorry, are you in time?
I'm about 5 seconds behind you.
Oh, sorry. No,
it's all right, man. It's all right.
Matt wants to do a quiz on London, seeing as I keep getting... Sorry, what do you think I am? Do you think I've just got a quiz of London sitting around in my room? Corner kick for Chelsea. Cleared away. Chelsea are starting to pile on pressure. There's the ball across. Oh, it's a poor ball into the arms of Adrian. Yeah, I do find these conversations funny, though. Like, everything is so binary, isn't it? Everything is so...
I mean, did you see I sent you that question in the chat earlier that I got asked about? Again, someone's trying to trap me into an opinion, right? And they were like, "Be honest, did you enjoy the win in Bilbao?" And I'm like, I can't even be bothered to answer that question. It's such a childish. Sure. I took a week off work and spent like 1,500 quid to go over and just be miserable when we won. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like I keep getting told, like, people come on and go, "Why aren't you smiling? Want a trophy?" Sorry, am I meant to sit on stream like that?
How long does it
last? Really
for?
Weird.
Like, don't be wrong, I'm still really I'm never not going to be not happy about the fact we won that trophy. But how long do we have to put every discussion about Tottenham Hotspur to one side just because we won a trophy? Like, is that a week? Is it a month? Is it if we're bottom 3 next season, we're all going to be just going, yeah, but we won a trophy. I mean,
And yeah, by the way, Foxy, they did, didn't they? At one point, Walsall were absolutely flying. And then they just fell off the cliff. And then it's not your time. Search server says, Savva, read back, please. He was being thick and racist, talking nonsense. Look, guys and girls in the chat, come on. I like to think that you're all adults other than Matty K. I'd like to think that you're all adults, right? Do we really have to tell me that people are being... Do we really have to do this? Can we just maybe just not... Like, not every conversation needs to be about somebody's nationality. Right, come on. Who cares where someone's from? Oh, dearie me. It's so funny. It gets thrown at me all the time, Chris, that I'm racist against Ange because he's Australian, even though he's Greek and I'm Greek. Like, it's just so mind-blowing what goes through people's psyche.
There's just
Chelsea
nothing to say, man. It's ridiculous.
Chelsea are up in the tempo here, by the way. They are, for me, I think they're well, they've got to, right? They've got to find a goal. I still think for Chelsea, they're in Champions League next year. I think they need a top striker and a top goalkeeper. I really do. I really do think they need it. Yeah, guys. Now they're talking about, is it racism or xenophobia? Who cares? Guys, stop. It doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter.
I tell you what, I did notice about the goal in the first half. It came from Gusto giving the ball away in central midfield, right? Like, I need some evidence here from where this has worked. So this inverting of fullbacks into central mid seems like just a bloody disaster as far as I can work out. But
I think where it comes from mainly is because Pep's implemented it brilliantly at Bayern Munich with Lahm going into midfield, and then at Man City because Walker can do it. I think every manager goes, oh, I like this. But you've got to have that quick, slick passing style for it to work. Not every right back is composed on the ball. And, yeah, it's crazy.
I actually haven't watched any of the final back from last week, so I've only got the view that I had in the stadium, right? And I don't know. I saw people slating Solanke, but I genuinely don't know. So I'm asking what happened.
It was dreadful.
Second half, when we were 2-on-1, where it was Udogie who had the ball, and I thought this won't come to anything because he's not a creative player. So I wasn't sure how much of it was a poor pass and how much of it was on Solanke.
No, I always use one player as the example. For my striker, I want, when they get in a position like that, I want the first touch out their feet and the second touch to be working the keeper as a minimum. I use Defoe as my example for that. He was brilliant when he shifted his feet back. I watch Solanke and no part of him looks dangerous. Yeah, but it works hard, presses, all of those buzzwords. But what happened to goal scorers? Like, what happened to feeling like every time they got in the 20-yard, 20 yards, 25 yards that they were going to pull the trigger?
So the pass was all right, was it, from Udogie? So the other end of the pitch from me, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. Listen, it was all on Solanke for me, and he just kept giving the ball away, and yeah, I mean, Cancelo again, but Cancelo's a fantastic footballer, and I think there's a difference between being a fantastic footballer and a fantastic defender, right? Not every right back is gifted with the ability to do what Cancelo did. But yeah, Ray, look, as I said, I appreciate Solanke for his work rate, but I've not flip-flopped. I said when we signed him, I just felt it was genuinely lazy transfer work. That 60 million, that was the best we could come up with. I think it was, Atletico Madrid have signed Sorloth. There's a good ball through the middle. Keepers come out, done well. I've got a feeling Chelsea are getting closer. I've got a feeling they're gonna grab a goal here.
On Solanke, and for any striker, if the best attribute they have is not how many goals they score, then they're not a natural goal scorer, right? If it's how hard they work, how they track back, I'm like, yeah, but his job's to put the ball in the net. Yeah, and if you do that really well, no one ever then says, well, he's brilliant at tracking back. No, Haaland's a great goal scorer, right?
Mate, look, I think the key thing for me is when you're right. If I say to you, what did you make of, if I say, what did you make of Michael Owen? Does pressing work great? Does any of that come into your description of Michael Owen? You just go, goal scorer, right? Robbie Fowler.
Yeah.
great finisher. Now we're watching these players like Solanke and Richarlison. We're going, yeah, but you don't know what they do off the ball. Yeah, but that's great. But what do they do on the ball? Like,
that's modern football, isn't it? The amount of teams that give a license to players to kind of be a bit of a maverick and that, it's just kind of gone out of the game. You've got to do other things. You've got to, everyone's analysing your running stats and how many high presses you're doing, and just makes you wonder how the likes of Ginola and that would get on in the modern game, because he ain't doing that, is he? But then he probably goes to the better teams, and the better teams, I think, do give some license to those players. But
hang on. Let's pull this apart. Hang on. So because I don't think Spurs could capture Gyökeres, it means we deserve Solanke. I mean, come on, let's not be silly. I think there's quite a lot of players in between that. I look at Alexander Sorloth. Atletico Madrid just signed him for like 30 million euros, and he's just banged in 20 league goals and like 30 in all competitions, or 27, whatever it is. Is Palmer, hang on. Oh, giving away. Chelsea are just starting to dominate this, but 30 million euros that was. 30 million euros. We paid 60 million pounds. Betis had the first half, but Chelsea, it's all Chelsea in this second half right now. It's all Chelsea. They're looking for that goal.
Sorloth, I'm never convinced by, because I'm tainted by his spell at Palace. He didn't really do it.
I think he's just got better as he's got older. That's a great ball. There's the ball in. It's 1-1. That's a great ball. Enzo Fernandez, and that was a delightful cross. I think it was Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, that was a touch of class. That was a touch of class. And Enzo Fernandez with a great run. Chelsea are 1-1. Chelsea 1-1. I did say, don't want to be Savradamus about this, but I did say I thought Chelsea goal was coming. It's been all them. Yeah, listen, let me know what you think of that, guys. I thought it was a very well worked Chelsea goal. See, that's what we don't have from midfield enough for us. Yeah, like if you think about it, Enzo, who plays in the double pivot for them, when do you ever see Bentancur, Basuma, or Sarr or Bergvall ghosting in like that?
That was an absolute classic Frank Lampard run into the box, that from Enzo.
Absolutely. That is Dele Alli, Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes. That is what they do. Should the keeper have done better? A bit flat-footed, but
yeah, he's just caught as he heads it. He's just caught on his back foot a little bit. His momentum's going the wrong way. But I think it's harsh. I don't think you can hold that against the keeper there.
You keep getting ads underneath the chat. What do you? I don't know what that means. Is that ads underneath the chat? Can you explain what you mean? Sorry, mate. I don't know what that means. By the way, I said earlier in the show, I think Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are quality players, by the way. I think the problem they had was because they both went for over 100 million.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone expected amazing things from them, even though they were really young. Yeah. Chelsea are away again here. Here's Madueke. Here's Palmer. Twists, turns, cross, blocked. And Betis are just starting to struggle a little bit here, Betis. Just starting to struggle here. But I think Enzo's class, by the way. I do. I'm not saying because he scored a goal. I think he's a top footballer that everyone gave a lot of shit to because of his price tag. I think people should be worried. If Chelsea get themselves a top centre-half, a top keeper, and a top striker, they've got some good footballers. Again, they're in again here. Here's Sancho. 1-on-1. Good defending by Sabali. Good defending there. Took it off him. Matt, I don't really want to explain the difference between Outer London and Greater London, if I'm honest. Not in the middle of a football chat. I mean, does it matter? London? Who cares? I don't know.
Wait for Savva's new channel. Savva Talks Geography, and we'll do it on there.
Savva Talks London postcodes. These people crack me up. I'm not a teacher, by the way, everyone. I'm not like people are going, oh, sir, he's being racist. Sir, what? Where is London? I'm not a teacher. Another chance for Chelsea from Palmer. They're dominating now, aren't they, Chris? They're dominating this.
Oh, yeah, it's a good effort. Yeah, I don't even know when the last attack Betis had was. It's just all in their half.
No.
To be honest, it reminds me of the second half last week.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's my face. Yeah, if they get someone like an Osman, listen, goal scorers, I know this sounds basic. If you have a goal scorer, you've won half the battle. If you go into any season, it doesn't matter if you're a relegation-threatened club or a top 4 club. If you go into, good defending. If you go into any season with a guy who can get you 20 goals, Chris, that's half the battle won. If you think all those years in the 90s when we weren't brilliant, but we knew Sheringham would get you 25 goals. I mean, now we got Solanke on 9. Like,
to be honest, that's
Palmer
why
again. Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right, man.
Palmer's good, isn't he? He's technically sound. Like, I bet you he absolutely stood out as a kid. You can, like, do you know what I mean? I bet you he stood out a mile.
We had, in my year, we had a guy who went on to play lower league, sort of professional football in the League Two and the conference. And back when I was a teenager, you couldn't get the ball off him. Like, so you can imagine these guys who are well above that level at school. That would be ridiculous. You can see
Chelsea
it now.
2-1 up. Chelsea are 2-1 up.
Yeah,
and again, it was Palmer again. Everyone, I mean, Matt, you said you don't rate Palmer in a massive game. Palmer has just got 2 assists in 3 minutes of football. And Nicholas Jackson with the header. I never change the scoreboard, by the way, until I see that VAR have cleared it. But Chelsea have really upped the ante in this second half. And to be fair, they have dominated this second half. The Betis fans look completely flummoxed. Phil, do me a favor. Can you take a picture of what you mean and put it in the WhatsApp group so I understand what you mean, please? Brilliant play by Palmer, Chris. Again, brilliant. Let's have a look at this. Look at this. One touch. Jinx one way. Look at that. Little shimmy. Look at it.
This is the Palmer from the start of the season, man. I think he did go a bit quiet second half of the season. But then if you turn up in the big games, that's what gets you the reputation.
But look at the way he bamboozled his defender there.
He has turned him inside out.
I think that hit his chest, didn't it? Did that hit his chest?
The keeper was claiming for handball, but I don't think it is.
It's hit the top of his chest shoulder, right? I'm not sure if you can give that as handball.
Nah, it's not. It's not handball, but it's. I mean, it's a it's a terrible finish, really.
Mate, all that he's going to care about is he's got a goal in a cup final.
They all count.
Oh, love it, love it. Oh, look at this coming on with the pink and blue hair,
like some sort of bubblegum sweet, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that is bold. Coming on with a hairstyle like that, Jesus.
Yeah, and Samuel, this is what every good team needs. You need a player that can change a game, and I don't think we've got them. I genuinely don't think we've got them. How much was Palmer? 40, 45 million?
Well, yeah, about 40 million. Yeah.
Although, how much?
At the time when they bought him, you know, there was risk with that, right? He hadn't really played any first team football really to a meaningful degree. So fair play to Chelsea for taking that risk on him.
Guys, everyone stop. Who cares who's Australian and who's not? Just stop. Who cares if anyone is from Australia? I don't care. Stop. Yeah, I mean, someone in the chat said, but Betis are bottling it. I think the word bottle gets used a lot. I just think Chelsea have really upped the ante in this second half. I think they've really, really upped the ante and put the pressure on. And that those goals were coming. We said it, didn't? Those goals were coming.
Bottling it is when you manage to get a negative result that you shouldn't really get. Here, Betis are just being outclassed by a better team at the moment.
I agree. Lo Celso needs to come on and save the day. Giovanni. Lo Celso braids.
He was one player I couldn't get my head around at Spurs, how so many people seem to love him. I just think he did nothing really. But
I agree. For me, here you go. I'll tell you what, let me know if you agree with this description of him. Neat, tidy, ineffective, made of biscuits.
Yeah. Absolutely. And people lost their minds. I mean, when did he leave? Was it last season or the season before?
Oh, good turn. Sorry.
Scored twice in a game, didn't he? And
yeah.
That was about the only game he ever did anything worthwhile.
Yeah, listen, again, a nice, neat footballer. Technically, nothing wrong with him. I always felt lack of engine. And I think if you've got a lack of mobility, I think you need to really stand out. If you've got lack of mobility, you need to be like Isco. Not saying Isco's immobile, but you know what I mean? And for me, listen, I think when you're somewhere for 5 years and no manager in that 5 years really makes you his number one, I think you know why it didn't work.
He's a kind of midfielder who was sort of decent at everything, but not brilliant at anything.
Not everything, Alex, is a bottle. Like anytime a team loses a game, bottle. Like, not everything's a bottle. I don't like the word bottle in football. I think it's silly. You know, it means that the other team never get praise. Let's be fair. Chelsea in this second half have been brilliant. Whether we like them or not, they're away again here now, Chelsea. Chelsea have bossed this second half. Here's Cole Palmer again. Look, you've got just keep. If I was a manager, all I would do is keep saying, "Give the ball to Cole. Give the ball to Cole."
I tell you, someone who I increasingly don't rate, and I'm prepared to be shot down here, but Madueke just doesn't deliver regularly enough for me.
I don't think he delivers regularly enough. I think he's got ability. I think for me, he's one of them that I always think get the ball in earlier. Tries to do too much. You know, like old school wingers. They get the ball at their feet, whip the ball in. Nowadays, everyone seems to want 5,000 touches on the touchline with it. But yeah, again, if they're going to win things, I think you need better. By the way, I mean, if they're going to win leagues and Champions Leagues, I think they need better than Madueke, for sure.
He just has too many games where it's completely anonymous for me. And when you go up against Chelsea, I don't feel like, oh my God, he's definitely like some players you just know are going to turn up, right? You know, you've got to deal with Palmer more than I know. I've just said he's had a quiet second half of the season, but Madueke, I mean, I remember that game at Wolves, he scored a hat-trick. He was unbelievable, but that's like a 1 or 2 in a season job.
No, Matt, not when you said it. You said he's terrible. I said he's not terrible. There's something about him. But what I actually said was he was better than Odegaard and Tell. And I can see his output this season. He's much better than Odegaard and Tell. So listen to what I actually say, Matt. Am I saying I want to buy a Madueke? No. Am I saying I would have him over Tell and Odegaard all day, every day? Hang on. Here's Isco. Lays it back. Yeah. Everything that was working for them first half isn't. Hang on. He's away. Nicholas Jackson's got the whole half to run into. Reece James. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Nicholas Jackson. Hang your head in shame. Have a look at that, Chris. Oh, yeah. My God. Have a look at that. Oh, my God.
Oh, dear. I mean, if ever 10 seconds of football sums up Nicholas Jackson, it's probably that.
And again, that's the difference. You think of the strikers of old that would have just ran through. Oh, my God. The Chelsea fans must have been thinking, this is 3-1.
No, I don't think they are, though, because I think he's the kind of forward, when he's through on goal, you think he's more likely to not score than score.
Yeah, no, you're right. Hang on, here's Anthony. Ball's cleared. So there's 12 minutes left. Chelsea winning. Yeah, Phil's got a point. Phil's got a point. And Jackson scored a hat-trick against.
Yeah, but and he could have had about 3 hat-tricks in one game in that match. But yeah.
Oh, hang on. What's happening here? Oh, they've changed all my settings. Oh, StreamYard's changed. That might be what you're talking about, Phil Coy. StreamYard's changed. The reason Nicholas Jackson scored a hat-trick was this. Does everyone remember this?
Oh, God. If you're a Spurs fan, you're never going to forget it, are you?
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. What's going on? StreamYard's changed in all the back settings. Oh, this is interesting. Oh. Ooh, hang on, what's this? Oh, no, I don't need that. Oh. Okay, I'll play about with that later. It's funny. Chelsea scored the second goal. 40 people dropped out the stream immediately. They must all hate Chelsea that much.
My God, just looking at that replay of Jackson again.
Oh no! Do you know what? I almost feel for him. Like it was that bad. It was that bad a touch that I'm kind of like, oh dearie me. Is he pretending to be injured now? No, but yeah, but Alex, just listen. As a content creator who's got a channel where I do watch-alongs for other teams, I'm not just going to sit here and go, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Like, it's not really a way to endear yourselves to anybody who's going to come and watch, is it?
Also, if you're going to do any objective analysis, you have to kind of park your sort of natural bias right a little bit.
Of course. This is the thing. I think a lot of Spurs fans hate it because I can park my, I can go on to panel shows. And when I'm asked about Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, my first thought isn't, oh, you're crap, you're rubbish. I can actually have a conversation about, well, listen, I actually think this player's good. But people hate it. People hate it.
I was with Marlon the other night on Spurs Kings and doing a whole thing on how well I thought Miles Skelly had done this season. And how he stepped up in some massive games, Miles Skelly. I think he's a great player.
Madness.
He's no Archie Gray, but he's a great player.
Matty K, what you just sent me was very funny, young man. Matty K. My wife said to me the other day, she was like, did I hear you saying that someone's got their GCSEs? I was like, yeah, that's little Matty K in our group. I was like, no. I said, don't suggest it. I'm not tutoring anyone. I was like, no. I've forgotten everything I learned at school. I forgot the day after I left school. I forgot everything I'd learned at school. That's why I went into recruitment and YouTube. Here he is. With 8.5 minutes to go, Giovanni Lo Celso. Is it written in the stars? Is it written in the stars? I don't know what that means. Steady Savva will change aim, lad. I don't know what that means. A lot of people say things, and I'm like, no idea.
Yeah, but you're just picking out comments in isolation. It's difficult when you're hosting, right? Whereas they're in some sort of chat or whatever.
Yeah. Where I grew up, when someone said they're going to aim, it meant that they had a gun and they were going to shoot you. Chelsea coming forward again. Here's Sancho. Yeah, Matty, what exams did you say you got left? Was it English, maths and science, did you say?
Actually, so he's not got one for another week. So.
Okay. He's all right. Am I right in saying that? Did little Matty K say he got drunk the other night? Was you drunk, my little Matty K? I hope not. Hope you weren't. You'd never have caught me drinking at 15.
Yeah, exactly. None of us did that at 15.
You would never have caught me in a park with a bottle of White Lightning.
I'll tell you a little story, actually. It's going to sound like I'm bigging myself up here a little bit, but I was a year ahead at school. So I went to university at 17. That was unbelievable. Like, I had a UCAS card, right? Got into no one ever questioned me.
Hang on. Sorry, Chris. It's over. It's 3-1.
No.
Sorry to cut you off, mate. The ball was laid back. Sancho whipped it into the corner. And Chelsea, to be fair to them, have been superior this half. So
It's a good fit.
Chelsea, let's play the game. Who's had a better season, Chelsea or Spurs?
Well, apparently, the standard of opposition in the cup competition doesn't matter. So on that, it's got to be Chelsea, right?
Well, the fact that they finished in the top 4 and won a European Cup. Can I ask a question? Why didn't Maresca throw the league?
Well, easy, because he hasn't had the worst injury crisis since football began.
I see.
And if that excuse doesn't wash with you, Savva, I've got about 5 billion others that I can bring out.
Well, so on a serious note, guys, it is Real Betis 1, Chelsea 3, Dewsbury Hall passed the ball. It wasn't a great pass, but it found its way through to Sancho. The defender should have done, but he's had a good game tonight and then just messed it up there. Sancho cutting. I like that about a player. First touch, whip the ball out your feet. Look, here you go. One touch out. Bang around the keeper. Good goal. Yeah, he's done well there. He's done well there as Jadon Sancho. That's what I want to see from Tell and Odeber and Johnson.
Sancho's a player we could realistically get. I don't think he's staying at Chelsea, right?
Well, I think Man U are going to have to get rid of Anthony, Rashford, Sancho, all of these players to spend, right?
I mean, he'll be on a lot of money, though, won't he? He'll be on a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure he will be. No, Alex, the answer is no manager should ever bin the league is the answer to that. I was being sarcastic. No manager should ever bin the league. So, no. And when you're saying worse opposition than us, Real Betis are better than any team we've played in Europe. Just putting it out there. God, see what our fans do. They're literally condoning finishing 17th and throwing the league. By the way, sorry, Chris. Throwing in quote marks.
Crazy. In hindsight, throwing the league.
In hindsight, you threw the league. Hang on, Betis are in. They want a penalty. They want a handball. I'd like to see that again. I don't think it was.
No, there's nothing there. I don't know about handball. I can't see how that's handball. See the replay.
Great ball from Isco. Let's have a look. No. No, he's... No. You can't be asking for a handball for that. No, you can't. No, you can't.
There is nothing there.
God, can you imagine? Here's Isco. Just jinking through. Good ball laid off. Can they get one back? Shot. Straight into the arms of Jorgensen. We can have the argument all day long, Alex. No one's ever going to convince me that with the run Tottenham had, we had to lose 22 Premier League games. You're never going to convince me, ever. We had a very nice European run, right? For most of the group stage games, we actually rotated our players. So when we're going to say, oh, but we had to play 2, I'm not hearing it. Not hearing it in any way, shape or form. Great that we won the European trophy. Terrible in the league. For me, the two kind of it's, Chris, I would say league there, trophy there, and you know what they both do? Level out in the middle for me.
The problem for me is I had to watch this crap every week, and I can't undo that. Just because we win a trophy at the end, you can't undo the sheer misery I've had at watching us this season.
Agreed.
I do love, though, that Ange made such a thing about this winning mentality and how we have to make every single game. There's no way we can ever possibly... We are relentless is one of his phrases, right? Winning mentality. Yeah. We can't. The City game, there's no way. How dare any Spurs fans want to lose that? But now 15 matches we played from the end of January that he's saying, oh, it's okay, we didn't bother. I'm like...
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw earlier, you know, Lubo and I picked it apart. It was like everyone said, oh, well, we knew from the end of January that the league was pointless. All right, then why did we beat Ipswich, Man United and Brentford in February? If we knew the league was pointless, how comes we managed to win those games? It's just, there's too many excuses for me. So I'm firmly staying in my camp, right? Great trophy win, abysmal Premier League season. For me, I think both things are true.
I mean, most importantly, if you're going to project to next season, do you want him in charge or not? I don't understand the argument.
No. No, you're right. I don't want him.
If we need to throw 15 league games to beat Bodo, Frankfurt, Alkmaar, and United, how the hell does that play out next season in the Champions League?
Derek, bang on. I love this. I love this. Absolutely spot on. He didn't throw games. I'll give him that he threw a couple of games as we got between the semi and the final.
Right at the end. Yeah.
Right at the end. I'm not hearing that for 4 months Spurs threw league match. I'm not hearing that.
I'd have some respect for him if at the time he actually came out and said, you know what, end of January, we ain't going down. We're not going to try, really. We're going to protect our squad all for the Europa League. All right, I'd buy into it. I'm not buying into it when he sat there every week and said, no, we're going to be outstanding. We need to climb up the league. And then at the end of the season, when you win the trophy and go, oh, by the way, we weren't really trying. Not for me. But this is what Ange does. And that's why I like Sean at the moment, because I totally agree with it. I mean, I hate the football we play, but even allowing for all of that, I can't stand what he does in the press conferences. That's enough for me alone to say that I don't want this guy in charge. But
each to their own, right? Chris, I think the funny thing is, I said to someone on a stream earlier, it's funny. I'm not telling anyone to be Ange out, right? I'm just saying I'm Ange out.
Yeah.
But the Ange in people can't just say fair enough. They just have to abuse. Like the Ange in people can't just turn around and go, well, no, I understand what you're saying because it's been terrible in the league, but we've won the trophy. We're Ange in. Everything has to be so abusive with it. You know, everything has to be abusive.
Phil's saying he can't say that in the media, but genuinely,
hang on. Let me tell you, Chris, this is the same Phil Coys that said to me, right, we're still going to finish 10th, possibly 8th in the league. That was in about January time. He was saying we're still going to come back, and no one was talking about throwing the league then.
And even if you say he can't say that we're going to throw it, he doesn't have to come out with things like we'll be outstanding when they come back and we've got to climb the league table and all that. Well, just don't say anything then.
Exactly. Don't say anything. Chelsea are 4-1 up. Caicedo. Chelsea have absolutely bossed this second half. And Maresca can say to his haters, top 4 and a trophy. Chelsea are 4-1 up, and I'll be honest, thoroughly deserved for this second half performance. First half was below par for them. Second half, they have absolutely battered Betis. So whatever that manager said at half time must have been very good. Listen, I just think with the Ange stuff, the problem is, somebody said earlier today, I think it might have just been Sean. You know, if you say so many things, it's like being a broken clock. You're going to get one of them right. Now, the funny thing is, the one thing he got right was that he always wins in his second season. All the other things he said that were complete load of nonsense, no one says, oh, but Ange said this. They always go, he told you. He also told me we should be in a title challenge. You know what I mean? He also told me that 10th and a trophy doesn't mean anything.
You've just seen from Phil, though, that there's an excuse for everything.
Of course there is.
Even when you call him out, there's like, oh, but he couldn't say that. Oh, he had to say this. Oh, I'm so tired of excuses for everything. Like, can we just say at some point on any single topic that wasn't good enough? Like, there has to be a reason for everything. It's like this guy is like he can do no wrong. That's part of what I hate about it. There's just no balance to even a lot of the Anjin people are so extreme. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. See, here's the difference. You've got a manager here who's under massive pressure, has finished top 4. Now, bearing in mind, with 10 games to go in the season, everyone said that Chelsea had the hardest running and were going to miss out. Chelsea finished on 69 points, only 2 points off Man City, right? And have gone on to win a European trophy. you know, you could say it's only the Conference League. I can say it's only the Europa League. But that's what you do as a club, not what we've done. Not, oh, well, we don't mind that we finished 17th. These Chelsea fans would never settle for 17th on a track. Never. There's levels to the game. There's levels to this game. And now Chelsea, yeah, by the way, Chris, the only team to win all 3 European trophies, aren't they? Madness. I feel for Betis. It was a very good first half, but second half, they've just been absolutely outclassed. They've been absolutely outclassed.
Yeah.
Sam, listen, no one wants to be in the Conference League, but the problem is, once Chelsea found themselves there, what's the only thing they could do when they found themselves in this Conference League, Chris?
You got to go and win it. And let's give credit to Spurs. Like, we are not taking away from what Tottenham did, right? We're in a competition and we won it. Fair play for that, man. But
hang on. He's literally said that the league form is unacceptable if we ever finish bottom. No, but he hasn't been saying that, has he? He hasn't. I'm not doing this revisionism with him. I'm not doing this revisionism now that Ange says, oh, it's completely unacceptable. Ange Postecoglou last season said, oh, we're not playing enough games. This season, we're playing too many games. Like, there's an excuse for everything. Sorry, Matty, Savva, you slightly contradict yourself there. You always say we shouldn't be in Europa. What? I always say we shouldn't be in the Europa. What do you mean, mate?
I think
Alex, you're not listening. I don't care that he said it. It's just too many excuses. It's too many excuses. It's easy to say that when you've won the trophy because people go, don't worry. You know.
One of the things he said all the way through the season as well that's really frustrated me is when we have played poorly. And I'll give him some credit. He does come out and say, look, it's on me. It's down to me to fix it. But then he never did. Like, it was the same thing every single week. And those interviews after the game where he said, oh, we weren't up to the levels to that. I got so bored of them. They could have just been from any match.
I thought we controlled the game today, mate. And you're like, sorry, you're watching the same game as me. The game has finished. It is Real Betis 1, Chelsea 4. So Chelsea have done the league in 4th place and won a European trophy. I would say that for Maresca's first season is a bloody good season, right?
Yeah, he's done well. You can't. I'd be fascinated to see if there's any Chelsea fans who still want him out. It'd be very hard to push that argument, I think.
Marios, another one. Yeah, I didn't make subs because we didn't deserve any points.
Oh, mate, I was at that game. That was painful.
No, Matty, you're twisting what I'm saying here. Like, I've always said you can only win what you're in. Of course you can only win what you're in. The argument you and me have is about when you compare it to the Champions League, it's not the same. We can't. That's why when I'm saying you're going, oh, but Ange won that, Poch only got to the final of the Champions League. I'm like, yeah, but the levels are, it's night and day. In the Champions League, with all due respect, you're never going to be playing Bodo Glimt in a semi-final in the Champions League, right? That Man United team are not getting to a Champions League final. So, you know, it's very, very different. Guys, I will leave it there. It's been a long day. Chelsea, fair play to them, have thoroughly deserved it. A couple of bits of class from Cole Palmer. Got the game spun. Angus, if you're in the chat, how do you feel? Chelsea have won a trophy. Palace have won a trophy. Spurs have won a trophy. What's going on at Arsenal? Chris, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate you. Guys and girls, I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'm sure there'll be some news. Ben Davis conversation, talks that we're going to be in for Guehi, talks that we're looking at Johnny Cardoso. We'll be there 10 a.m. tomorrow. Big up to you all. Thank you. And as always, come on, you Spurs.